So I thought I'd do a little update on Raven before we get into today's video. So just for people to know, I'm kind of filming usually one day in advance. So the video of Raven when she got in trouble was yesterday. And also today's video was that the same day. So we went for a walk with all the puppies, as you'll see. Went really nicely, had a lovely walk, came back, had a little break, then went and did the horses. And I was doing haylage and water for the horses. As you can see, Disney's still full on in season. So no, Disney, it's Nala, you idiot. No, Disney, don't annoy the boys. Sorry. So let me just, Diz, come on, in your crate. In. Just so she's not annoying me. So we were doing the stables, me and Helen, and I just looked to check on the dogs. Pod was humping one of these two. I'm pretty sure it was Raven at this point. But they were also scrapping. So I shouted at Pod, he got off. But I was shouting to them and they were still going for it. So I went down to them as quickly as I could on my bad foot. And separated them. Raven had some blood on her face. So I checked her ears because that's the most common place for them to cut, and they were fine. I checked Pumpkin's mouth, and Pumpkin had actually lost a couple of baby teeth in this scrap. But it was obviously a far more serious scrap than they've ever had before, because Raven was worried. She'd had a bit of a shock. She'd had the wind knocked out of her sails, as they would say, where Pumpkin actually stood up for herself. So Pumpkin stood up for herself, and by the time I got there, Pumpkin was winning this little scrap. She certainly had the advantage. All evening yesterday evening, Raven was extremely subdued, just sleeping in the same bed she's sleeping in now, and really just not herself. What are you doing? You look weird. So yeah, this is where littermate syndrome is really kicking in. Raven is dominant anyway, but having a same-sex sibling is giving her more excuse to display the dominance. You know, she's not stupid enough to take on one of the adults, but she'll take on Pumpkin and the puppies. But Pumpkin fighting back, so to speak, has given her a shock. But I think it was a good thing. Like today, she's a different dog. They were cuddling by the time I got down this morning. Her and Pumpkin were. They both cuddled on my lap this morning. We went outside and Raven played and run around like normal. But without that sort of edge or that side to her like she normally shows. So yeah, it had to happen. Unfortunately, nobody's the worse for wear. There's a couple of little scabs and bite marks on Pumpkin's neck and on Raven's neck, but other than that, everything's fine. So yeah, see you all soon. Bye. So I'm not sure how much I'm going to film of this because I got a lot of footage this morning and they were all quite wild. Done a bit of training with the bigger dogs and Raven and Pumpkin. Mainly focusing on their stack training. Pumpkin, she's lush, isn't she? And there's a little bit of trick stuff afterwards because they enjoy it. and I figured, because I didn't take the little puppies yesterday, I better take them today. So I'm just limping, but luckily they're puppies, they don't walk very fast. Good boy, good weebies. You pretty girl. Yeah, anyway, figured I better take them because they didn't go yesterday and they don't walk fast, which is good, suits me. And then I might do a mixture of quad and tennis ball throw-in for everybody else to have exercise today. Just because it eases the pressure on my foot. Or I might, well, maybe I'll shut pod in, get everybody else out, play tennis ball, so then that's Disney, Duds and Jude that have all had good exercise, and then I'll take Aria, Pod, Nala up the tips. Maybe I'll do that. Sounds like a reasonable plan, doesn't it? So we've been on the line like 2 minutes. We've met one jogger, 2 cyclists already. This is what I like about the line. If you want to go somewhere where you're going to meet people and dogs, there's somebody with at least one dog up ahead of us, this is the place to go, which is brilliant for the puppies. And then if you don't want to meet other people and other dogs, you go somewhere else. So we're in the forestry. Nala, Pumpkin and Raven have gone off ahead, which was kind of the plan. Oh, I like twisted my bad foot or ankle even more. Going this way. Oh, good girl, I'm nobody. Here they come. Good girls, well done. It's a bit muddy around here, isn't it? Should we sneak under the tree? Oh my gosh. This is wonderful for my bad ankle. Because I'm all gone off ahead. You look after me, don't you know? So like technically this walk's a bit far for them, but they didn't walk like this yesterday. And this is really good experience, like they've had to cross water, experiencing new terrain, new smells. And we are just about to turn for home. So it's not a super long walk. You can see how they're all sniffing, exploring. They're confident enough to poop and pee on a walk. Which, if you remember Pumpkin and Raven, I took them a lot more walks than this to be confident enough to poop and pee on a walk. So I might just give you a short little video of this for today. See how's mud, sticky wet mud. And the funny thing is with Pumpkin and Raven, because they're similar in age, they're not too quick like the bigger dogs. They're quite quick for the puppies to keep up with, whereas Pumpkin and Raven are more their speed, and they draw them further away from me, which some of you may think is a bad thing, but to me it's improving their confidence, and it gives them a bit of distance to practice a recall. And I think, yeah, Pumpkin and Raven have been instrumental in them gaining their confidence quicker. So we're just going to cut up onto the track that's just there and then head back home. Good girls. Good girl, Banu. It's a treat time. Right, I can't film while I give you treats. Guys.
It's the big white dog. Right.
Good puppies. So yeah, sorry I didn't film the last little section of walks, but we met I think 5 different people, all with a dog each, and then one person without a dog. So they were all having fuss from the people, meeting the dogs, which is just super good socialisation. Because it's not always about meeting every person, every dog, but it's being confident enough to meet them if it's appropriate, which it obviously was. Slow, guys. So yeah, we've had a lovely walk. It's been really good for them. You know, you're always aiming for positive outings, and it certainly was that. Slow, guys. Good, they're learning slow as well. Which, in other words, is don't rush off. Good girl, Pumps. Do you reckon we can sneak a treat without them noticing? No, Nala's noticed. I can't get him out. Can't get him out with gloves on. Anyway, see you all soon. Bye.